Day 4, video for Mawson Stars Presents. It is Thursday, 9:31 p.m. I have just returned from TNC, Track and Core. We meet every Thursday at the London Marathon Community Track. Tonight had quite an interesting energy. One of our new members has had a bereavement in the family, so we took a minute's silence and also to share some support and condolences with some of the things that are happening around the world, impacting lots of families and lives. And then also the very triggering video of a schoolgirl kind of getting into a fight and it being filmed by like a mother and the school principal or teachers not particularly doing much. So we slowed down, we exhaled, and we took a minute to just observe some respect for those people before we got into our session. It's quite interesting because you sometimes think, what is the intersect with running and the wider world, or what reasons do people run, or what do they think about? And for me personally, I do think about a lot of these things. I think it's quite hard to remove yourself emotionally from things that are happening in the wider world. And when you run, you actually do run with your own thoughts. A lot of runners will proclaim to not think about anything. I would find that extremely challenging to switch off the mind. So we had some beautiful new faces join us, and some sort of people who've come once or twice, and then we've had all the regulars and the co-captains. Sophie and Jason, thank you so much for always showing up, and the OGs that are just literally there every single week. Without them, there would be no TNC. So this week's session we did 1 minute hot, 1 minute cool. We're always extremely mindful of not having pace charts, and we always allow our runners to sort of gauge their own effort levels, energy levels, where's their head at after a long day at work. So 1 minute of effort, whatever you perceive effort to be. You might want to go hard, you might have a time in mind or a pace in mind looking at your watch, or you just want to kind of maybe move the feet a little bit quicker, and then after a minute you take a minute to get out of lane one, to slow down your heart rate, to sort of reduce the buildup of lactic acid before you have to go again for another minute. So a minute hot, minute cool, minute hot, minute cool. We did this for around 20 minutes. So I was quite happy with my effort. This is my second speed session of the week. The other speed session I did was for the Real Runners Run Club. Big up to Kev Quinn, my coach. So I knew that my legs were a little bit tired from having to do 2 sessions, but I'm definitely getting used to that, and I'm definitely seeing the benefits. So yeah, I just got about 5k in, saw some good pace on the 1 minute hard, and then try to not slow down so much on the recovery minute, and try and keep the pacing quite good. I did start to slow down in the last couple of minutes because I was just tired. So we got a quick warm down, and then that is basically this week's session. I think next week we might have a session from a GB athlete, so watch this space because I'll definitely be talking a little bit more about that. And had lots of good feedback about the event last night and the Q&A, so that's super exciting. Even more excitingly, T&C, we have our first ever event we're really excited about. We're going to announce all the details in the next coming days. I've just had to get a few ducks in a row, get some bios and pictures. So it's going to be 2 very much community focused talks. We've got an amazing breadth of knowledge and experience and talent on the panel. There are 2 panels and a short shakeout run. So yeah, I'm just really excited that from starting in lockdown with friends and then actually making the commitment to show up for the community every single week to the start of this year. I remember the first time I emailed London Marathon Community Track, the track manager had actually left at this point, and I got a bounce back email with the new person. It's literally taken me about 2 and a bit years. And then the 1st of Jan, we actually had a home. Before that, we were homeless. So TNC started in lockdown around Victoria Park, and then in winter we would either go to Mile End on a Wednesday, or we would run around the West Ham Stadium in the cold when it got a bit warmer. We'd have two groups, so one group would watch the bags, because you just can't run and leave bags, and then the other group would swap. So now having a home, it's really nice. We have a base, we've got a modest clubhouse to do medals and to connect, to do warm-ups, to share tips and take pictures and listen to music. So it's nice, and I'm looking forward to everyone that keeps showing up, putting in the hard yards, because we are definitely going to have some very fun times when the temperature picks up. I think it was about 5 degrees on track. I was feeling a bit lazy today, and I wanted to really cut to my feet and wear something comfortable, so I wear the Bondi X. So yes, they're carbon plated, they're not light, they're definitely heavy, but they're so comfortable that I can literally run trails in them if I had to. So I know I had some heavy feet on and I was feeling tired, but they're so comfortable I just got my session done. So happy with that. I'm going to have an easy shakeout run tomorrow. Saturday quite easy, and then a bit of a long run Sunday. So yeah, that's going to be quite exciting. Get some longer miles in. Off the top of my head, maybe 72 days out from London Marathon. And I'm slowly seeing some progress. I was ill for a week with that weird bug thing, but now I'm slowly seeing some fitness coming back. So yeah, that's my 4th video in 4 days. Feeling slightly comfortable talking to this Rode microphone, looking at this iPhone 14 Pro with this absolutely massive ring light flashing on me. But yeah, enjoying it. We'll probably try and get another human here, so it's not just me talking all on my own, because it's a little bit weird. But of course, yeah, we move.